Carbons Network. This is How to Watch TV.
Altered Carbon with Joel and Jeremy. My name's Joel.
I'm Jeremy. You can check out... We are brought to you by Comeuppance Network. You can check out all of our social media sites at thishishowtowatchtv.com.
We make the paper once and you forget all the information.
I wasn't in there.
Comeuppance Network.
This show
Me,
specifically, he listen to you like rubbing your own spot there. But very good. Yeah, he did. Made the paper. Lost the time.
Carry on.
Check it out. Very
Whatever.
good.
Altered Carbon, comeuppance.com, etc., etc. If you're here, you already know all of our stuff. So it is sort of a pointless thing that I made you say from years ago. Because
What?
if you're already here, you don't need to know where to find us.
Well, it's just a
Doesn't
thing that
suck?
sounds good at the beginning of a podcast.
I know.
guess, right?
Yeah, right. But doesn't that suck that, like, that's the reality of it? They're not going to hear that tagline if they're not already listening.
But it just beats it in their brain. That's
Fair
all.
enough. Beat it into your brain.
Right.
We are here to talk about the last 2 episodes of Altered Carbon, Netflix original, Rage in Heaven, and
if you're all the way at
Killers.
this point, like you're watching this episode right now, this is the last 2 episodes of the card. So you've been with us, and now your phone just shut off again.
I don't know.
But
that it
anyway,
did shut off.
you've been with us since the beginning. Well, I mean, like you could be watching this randomly, I guess, but that would be kind of stupid. If you're watching this randomly, okay. But you're here for the last 2 episodes of Altered Carbon, which has been a pretty good Netflix original series, I'd say. I enjoyed it.
I like that it shows us the Altered Carbon thing on Netflix right behind the camera now instead of our.
That has no bearing, but yeah, it's cool. I
Yeah,
like
no,
it.
wrong episode.
Right.
So Ortega, fake Ortega, stumbles in, saying that she killed his sister.
Right.
I mean, how long did
Obviously.
it take you to? I mean, I forgot that it wasn't Ortega. Like, it took me a minute. It took until he realized, for me to realize.
I think it was like right before that. I was
Yeah.
like,
It was when she said, "Tell me," or "Do you love me?" or something. It was something like that. That was just
When
weird.
she looked at him all
was
super,
out
like
of-
super sexy with
Yeah.
super sexy eyes, you know, like that's when I
because
realized.
she, Ortega, as we find out at the end, apparently isn't in love with him. Because and,
I don't
and
think
he-
so either, man. She wanted the sleeve back for the guy who she really loves, who we didn't even really get to know, but for 1 episode.
I don't know. It just annoys me how quickly that was dismissed. Like, oh, okay, we're done. Okay, bye. You don't want me. What? You guys were totally into each other this whole season.
Yeah, he did, say some pretty hurtful shit.
Didn't they
to her,
do
though.
it?
They did.
Yeah. I mean, not that means they have to be in love, but they seemed like they were.
Yes, it does. What are you talking about?
I know, obviously, be in love. So she mentioned the kid sleeve, though. Oh, it wasn't her. It wasn't Ortega.
Right.
I was thinking, oh, damn, that was a kid. That was her in the kid body, in the kid sleeve. And she had to kill the kid. Ortega had to kill the kid. I thought that's where it was going.
Oh, or take the
Remember,
stack
because
out.
it found the kid at the end.
Yeah.
In that little closet. And I thought, oh, well, that's going to be her as a failsafe to get out of there because she's not going to kill a kid.
Well, that was where we left off, right? Was
Right.
her killing all the clones.
Right. So was
Right.
that Ray then, you think? That had to be Ray in that sleeve, the kid sleeve.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, or it
Even
was
though this
another-
is bullshit.
or it was another clone. That's how she. That's
Right.
how she. After she killed all the clones, that's apparently how she
Right.
kidnapped her, right?
Right.
And had Ortega kidnapped.
So, let's see. Lizzie explains spider webs to Poe, and then let's see. What do they do with her? No. Ortega thinks he told her to kill his sister. Oh, this is all that bullshit. Yeah, sorry. Never mind. Bad note reading. That was before I realized that.
I was trying to figure out where you were going.
Yeah.
I was like, what happened?
The ghost is going after Ortega, though. Blood for blood.
Right.
That's how Ray feels. So you're right. She did end up being the big bad for the season. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I didn't know that's where they were going, but yeah, she's way into her brother.
It's kind of weird. Like
It's Deb levels of creepy.
Deb from Dexter. Yeah, we already discussed that.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
It's definitely creepy. She's way into him.
But they were like, well, I guess we don't know that they were directly related or half brother and half sister, but Deb and Dexter weren't
They weren't related.
blood, right?
Right. Yeah.
They never did it, right?
I don't think so.
No. Was
who
it ever
knows?
implied or anything? Not a Dexter podcast.
Who knows? Exactly, not a Dexter podcast. Don't want to. No spoilers. Sorry.
Right.
So the ghost dude goes in and kills Ortega's family, including the kids. That was supposed to be the showing of the kids' bodies. Was just
The
seeing their
feet.
legs.
Yeah.
I didn't know there were 2 kids. I mean,
There was the
whose
2
were
little
those?
kids at the huh?
Whose kids were those?
Like her brothers or something like that. Like
Oh, okay.
th-
So her
just
nephew, her
family,
niece, and nephew.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Her niece and nephew.
At least Ortega's bitch mom finally got it. Hate her.
You hate her the whole season.
Oh yeah, she's the worst.
I mean, like, I don't know, like, all of this, like, I guess the death in this show is, unless you see the stack get crushed or killed or something.
she's not gonna wanna be spun
even
back
that,
up.
Even that is not permanent. Because there could be backups, there could be clones, there could be
Right.
this, there could be that.
But
or double
Ortega's
sleep.
mom is
There's
not
so
gonna
many
wanna be brought
excuses for
back.
non-death and not real death in this show that it's hard to believe. Which is, it's not. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I'm probably hiding from the camera behind your computer.
No,
but like
you're
it's kind of a cool aspect to the show that you don't have to like. I guess they like with the Samir or whatever his name was, the partner. He got
Okay.
killed. Like you knew he was gone for
Right.
good
Because of the way they.
because the way
yeah.
that happened.
Yeah.
You know, I guess they did a good job of that, of making sure you knew.
Oh, what you're saying? You don't ever.
But then
really
we don't know. Well, like with Killcrest Falconer,
Yeah.
you saw her blow up, but like I never really believed she was completely dead or
No,
gone.
I figured there had to be something. I also thought they were going to bring back the mom, but she ends up admitting that she killed him, or that she killed her mom. What's her name? Did Ray admitted that she killed their mom?
How did I miss that?
I swear that's what she said. If I misinterpreted that, I mean, but I'm pretty sure. Let's see.
You just watched it.
Yeah,
Like,
she admits
I
to
finished
killing
it a
her
couple days ago.
mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I must have missed that. Wow. Okay.
Or, I mean, I guess it's
was
possible.
it? Did she say it in like a convoluted way? Like
It's possible she was talking about Kilcrest. Now that I think about it, she mentioned, you think I wear this necklace because I love her? I hated her.
oh, she was talking about her mom.
Right.
Yeah.
So then,
Okay, I remember that conversation.
Yeah, so she-
that's during that conversation she admitted she
said
killed
she
her.
killed her. She said I killed her, or that's why I killed her, or something like that.
Okay, I believe
Yeah,
you.
I don't know.
I'm not saying that I don't. I just didn't catch that. But
I
like
love
she, but
that
like, why
wide-
would she kill her mom after the dude had the, and then
It was the dad though.
the
wasn't
dad
it?
killed the mom? We thought
But I don't know.
maybe she just admitted that she hated her.
Yeah, I
Maybe
can't. I
that's
don't
how you
know.
took it.
It
I don't
must
think
have
she
been.
said that. I'll have to watch it again, but I probably won't.
I've loved that wide shot of the city that they showed, just for a couple seconds. I don't know. I hadn't seen that.
You know what? Like, I think that was like that's you noticed. I didn't know. I thought of my thought when I saw that was like, wow, it's the first time we've seen that in a while. Budget.
Right.
We
Oh,
got
I mean,
a couple
that's
of
a
good
lot of
shots.
CGI.
We got a couple of good shots of that in the beginning,
Right.
first episode, and then not to the end did you
Right.
get another shot of it.
Right, because they were just in the city. Then.
Everything's been in these tight rooms, the
Yeah.
big set. How many scenes were in that big set? What's Bancroft's office?
Right.
You know, that's
yeah, it
a
was
big,
all
huge
really,
set.
But yeah, you gotta keep going back.
Got to keep
there.
going back, right?
Yep.
So hopefully, it'll have some success monetarily through Netflix
Yeah.
and be able to get bigger budgets so we can see some more cool
Right.
CGI shots.
So at this
they did
point-
some cool stuff with the.
Oh yeah.
I guess during the end scene with the head in the clouds coming
Right.
down, that was all pretty cool.
At this point, when they showed the wide shot, I said I predicted he's going to kill his sister and he's going to resurrect Kelcrest to do it. Obviously, I was wrong there.
Well, not totally,
I killed his sister.
but in some way or another, he was thinking she was like talking to him.
Oh right,
right
she
there
was-
at the end.
Fair enough. Okay.
So I mean, like in some way or another, he did kind of
right.
bring her back to find the strength.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So his sister Ray was recording horrors, recoding horrors, not recording horrors. She was probably recording.
So they
horrors as well.
couldn't be spun back up.
Right, because of the 653 not passing.
Right. So she could keep going and offering the real death experience.
Right.
Which
So-
is fucking God, man.
Right.
Everything's got to be about sex and porn and,
Right. And death.
and death.
So she gives him a photo of the family, and he's playing it cool, saying he doesn't care. And he remembers his sister when she was kind, and he leaves, and she's like, follow him as he flies away with Bancroft's wife. And then we get the 18 hours earlier, and them going, oh, well, or not before they
Right.
showed it was 18 hours earlier. He's like, there I go, in that room where they were sitting there. And it was like, well, how'd they get there? Boom, 18 hours earlier.
Right.
Ava asked Vernon what happened to Lizzie. He just something broke her is basically his only answer. The police chief. Now,
That was.
I was very
I
confused.
know we're
on
not
this.
discussing it, but that was the coolest reveal of the
What's that?
Olivia Bancroft, what she had done to Lizzie. Like, I thought that was the coolest reveal of the whole
Right,
series so far. I was like, oh shit!
right, and her. Oh yeah, and I
Like,
didn't realize that's
I didn't even
what it
see
was.
that coming at all.
No.
Like, that was one of the ones they pulled out of the. Like, nothing has caught me off guard with this show so far. Like, oh
That
wow,
one did.
holy shit! That one I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that one's
Makes
holy
sense.
shit.
So
It
I was so fucking lost at this point because they did the way they did the thing. I thought that Kovac not only cloned himself, but he got everybody that this group of people out of their sleeves. And I'm like, oh, the police chief is one of the family because he's sleeve sick, right? Like the police chief was puking, and I thought maybe he's sleeve sick.
I thought he was puking because of the murdered children.
Oh, okay, there you go. Good. That makes more sense. That makes way more sense.
Yeah, he walked into the room with the murdered
Right.
kids, and then,
Because the other thing made no sense. I'm just like, they got out of their own bodies or something. Yeah, I don't know.
no, okay,
The puking it was like maybe that's a
The
subtle. He's sleeve sick, but no.
no,
wasn't.
it was him throwing up
Right.
because he walked into the murder scene,
Okay.
and he not just a murder scene, but one of his somebody he's known. Ortega is she's a pain in the ass, but she's one of his
Right.
officers, and seeing her whole entire family murdered, yeah, I mean,
Mickey shows up.
and presumably like real death,
Right.
and I'm that they were all religious, so no
spinning back up.
spinning back up.
Well, not yet. By the end, they do get spin back up. By
Okay.
the end, 653 is enacted, and they can spin back up.
Oh, right, the murder victims,
Yeah,
but
just-
it doesn't matter because
Because what?
of the dude who murdered her family gets murdered.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that makes sense.
Like, I know we're trying to cram these into one podcast, so it doesn't matter. I guess we
No,
talk
it
about
doesn't
all
make
that
any
too.
sense. It doesn't make any difference
This
at all.
cool fight at the end.
Yeah.
I love the fucking arm. That's such a cool feature.
Right. I
Right?
like the weapon thing.
The fucking her being able
I
to
like
block
the-
and
The pen weapon thing that opens up.
The star-
double claw.
oh, God.
Jesus.
they never did show the starfish chunk of flesh
Where he-
again.
oh, yeah, no.
With
they
the
didn't
injury, but
show
they,
where
did you
he-
show the scar?
Was it a star?
It was one point in time where Ortega like took off her shirt and she had that fucking shape on her back. Didn't he hit her? He hit her in the front with
Right,
it,
it
so
went
it went
through.
all the way fucking through her.
Yeah.
Oosh. What a violent little fucking weapon.
What's his name? The dude from the police. Mickey found the ghost walker. And
Right.
she's got Ortega, and Kovac tells them all to bail. New sleeves are on him, and Mickey gives him his security tag, which basically ensures he's going to be fired, unless
Or murdered.
well, right? Did he get murdered?
Yeah,
he got murdered.
Like
that's
real
right.
death.
Right. Oh,
He got
that's
his stack
right.
blown out.
Yeah. Ray tells Ortega
Mickey.
she told. Wait, let's see. Ray tells Ortega that she told Kovac and that he doesn't care that he has or that she has her, and then sends her into VR with the Ghost Walker.
Right.
And Kovac grew a clone. He explains them being his pack, and like how you're all expendable. Like we hide behind you. That's what envoys do. And
Right.
they have shit to offer though, and they are all like, "No, we're part of the team. Like we're all in on this."
Knowing the
Yeah.
I mean,
So then we get Dos Kovac, where they said Kovac to Kovac.
I thought that was a cool scene.
Yeah, White Kovac to White Kovac.
Right.
Then now we're back to present time, and Lizzie remembers Kovac, and she kicks him out after showing him she's got one of those bug things living in her.
Like just drops. Yeah,
That was weird, right?
It was like a virtual torture thing. I think she was saying that she was like got rid of it, or she could handle it, or she was in control now.
Right. Oh,
You
okay.
know? That's what I took it as when I saw
Yeah,
her
that
drop
makes
the bug,
sense.
because that's what the Russian dude was torturing him with. You know, in the torture episode.
Right. Oh, that's right. That
Right.
was. Kovac still wants to save his sister by ratting her out, sending her to, putting her on ice for a couple hundred years, making her accountable for what she's done, and
Right.
try again later. Vernon goes inside, head in the clouds, and the girl seems to know his fantasies, but he says it's not his. And then she cries, and he's consoling her. Was that what he wanted?
Yeah, I don't even want to repeat what she was fucking saying.
No, I'm not even saying that.
Yeah.
I'm saying I think his wasn't the stuff she was saying. I think it was him consoling her. Like he wanted to save a girl. Like that turned him on.
That was his fantasy.
Maybe. I don't know. It was just a thought.
So like he took somebody's identity, didn't he? Like, so maybe it was that person's fantasies.
Oh,
Were the stabbing.
okay. Gotcha.
Stabby, stab,
okay.
stab.
I was thinking either this is totally what he's into and his wife's like, oh my God, they know. Or or she's like, Jesus Christ, he's into that?
Right.
Either way.
I think it was the identity that I stole. I think that would have been that's how they got him into Head in the Clouds, was being the general or whatever.
Okay. So Kovac gets into a fight and like loses shit over the side of the ship. But not the thing he needed?
Right,
Only
the one thing.
Okay.
I was like, when I was watching that and he falls and all the shit flies off, I was like, please don't tell me he didn't drop the fucking thing that they needed, that they flew all the way up here for. And he's like, oh. And he picks it up off the ground. I was like,
well, that's sort of annoying.
yeah, what the fuck? Like,
The gun.
why did you
falls
have to
out,
drop
but-
out the cool gun? Like, I like the cool gun.
Right,
Keep
it was
the
a cool gun. Yeah. Let's see.
And I just didn't see enough of that fucking shoot him in the neck, retract the fucking shard of metal thing. Like, I wanted to see more of that.
The
Like, he
stack?
should have had one of those. No, it was
Oh,
that
that's
gun.
right. Yeah, the
Like
double gun thing,
yeah.
the top and bottom thing.
Where I get shot and then you
Yeah.
can call it back.
He cuts himself to lower his body temperature with that
The Reaper stuff.
Reaper, yeah.
And he gets all weirded out. Like, yeah, but that was kind of cool.
And then we see one of the workers in there groping the sleeves. I mean, he grabs the boob, and then you just hear. It's just like, oh, come on, Jesus. Vernon kills the people guiding him, and Kovac is pushing through the Reaper. They got the backup. Ray figures out he double sleeved, and Kovac takes a shot in his neck. I assume that was the
So
antidote.
Right. So she has the. So they did get a backup of Ray. They stole that backup. They successfully took when she.
Is that what
uploaded-
the point of that was? That
Yeah, they
got a
took
backup
her
of
backup so they could put her on ice. So they have the backup.
Okay,
Now
so
kill
she
the
does
one in
still
front
exist
of
then. So he didn't real death his sister.
you. I don't think so.
See,
But that
I
wasn't
thought
the point. It
no,
was
they
to
were
make her-
stealing her backup, not to keep. I don't think to take from her, just so she didn't have one. I don't know if it was to.
Oh, maybe they just stopped it from happening.
Right? Yeah, that
not
thing.
took it.
I don't know. Something happened.
I
100%.
see, that's another thing maybe you have to watch. Yeah, no, they were successful. They made it clear that they were
Right.
successful in doing whatever they did, whether
Right.
it was take it or just stop it from happening.
I mean, it would make sense that he would want to maybe bring her back someday, but not at this point. I don't know.
Well, that's what she kept saying is, I'm not going on ice.
Right.
And so, like,
Well, but he tells her that he spiked her back up with Rollins, or whatever it's called, the virus.
Oh, okay.
And she's got one life left, and he gives her a chance to confess and become human again. And she confesses to needing to stop 653 by using Bancroft via Miriam, kissing his lips and putting something on there. And Mary Lou jumped rather than die at Bancroft's hands. And she's like, it cuts to that, and she like watches him real death a girl and then bails out of there and runs up to the top of the
Right.
thing, and that was crazy windy as soon as they like opened the door.
Yeah, because they're fucking 1,000 feet in
Right,
the air.
that's craziness. I got, you remember those videos, the sweaty palms things?
Yeah.
I got sweaty palms watching her walking around on the
Yeah,
top.
me too.
As soon as they opened the thing, I was just like, oh god,
Yeah.
like I just felt it in me.
I
like,
hate that.
oh.
Like, I've never watched another one of those videos.
No, well, to be fair, that one with the death was not cool.
Yeah.
but
yeah.
the other
the
ones,
one, the many.
there were not
The like
many.
string of them that you
Oh,
showed me.
that's right. It was a
was like a
highlight
string of
reel,
people-
a low light reel. It was brutal. It's terrible. Well, you know what I mean.
You
It's-
didn't actually see anybody like hit the ground,
No,
but
but
like,
God, it was-
you're like,
no, it was very
oh my
disturbing.
god, that person is dead.
Yeah, no, I'm not into that by
Yeah, no,
any means.
no,
It was
seriously, he's not.
horrifying.
Yeah, that was
I
terrifying.
I like the sweaty palm stuff where the people are like doing stupid shit that like you should be dying right now. You're handstanding on the side of a building. You know what I mean? Like on a skyscraper. It's ridiculous. What is wrong with
Stop!
you?
You're giving me a stomachache.
But it like
I'm thinking about it.
literally
Like, I'm
makes my
visualizing
palms
getting a
sweat.
stomachache.
Right?
Right.
I get
but
like
yes,
whoa.
I get that feeling from
It's-
when her
it's like a
walking on
roller
the edge of that
coaster.
pole and she's handing out the fucking wind's blowing. It's like, you stupid ass, where are
Right.
you gonna go?
Thank you for bringing it back to that.
Right.
And then she ends up jumping, but after being told, "Don't worry about him, worry about me." By what's her name? By Ray.
Right.
So, but she was recoded when she got hired, so they can't spin her back up. If 653 went through, Ray would be erased.
Like just
That's what she said. She said she'd be erased, not a joke.
Like
Not a
just
that's
done.
what she said joke. Yeah, Ray would be erased based on the law, like for what she had done.
wow. Okay.
So I don't think
So
she's
like
coming
erase
back.
means like death penalty.
Right.
Like your stack gets erased. Like you ain't coming back.
We find out that Bancroft did kill himself to forget what he did.
Yeah.
And she did it to get Kovac back. She waited for the perfect moment to get him out, and then they get captured by her. All of them do. And
So you think he
of the first
rehires
episode.
Prescott?
Who?
No, he's going to jail, right?
Bancroft's done.
Yeah. They're going to jail. They're going on ice for a while.
Right.
Right.
In the 10th episode, the killers, Ortega's in
like,
VR.
there's other meths. So like
I still don't understand what that means. Although I have something here that, so it's right at the beginning of this episode. So Ortega's in VR and she gets stuck in there when Ghost goes to Kovac. Like
Right.
he goes to help out there, and then Ray says something that changed my opinion on envoys.
okay.
Because we assumed they were like a race or something
Right.
that's worn out.
Okay.
No. Envoys, she says you said yes to the envoys. So that's the group that Kelcrest made.
Right.
They are the envoys
Okay.
because they followed her. And that
Oh.
they are called envoys then. That was the group name. That's what they fucking made up. So that's why they're making a big deal out of it. She was such a revolutionary that envoys are still looked at with such reverence.
Right.
All these hundreds of years later.
Right.
That's fucking cooler than
That's-
them being born envoys.
Right. Then them making that choice
Yeah,
and her being
and
the
training
revolutionist.
and-
but like she was the
Did
one.
you realize that, or does that, you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Not like I didn't put it together quite as elegantly
But does that
as you
make
just did. But
sense?
yes, totally. Yeah,
Okay, good.
absolutely.
I was
Yeah,
making
no,
sure
I
I'm
like
not
it. That's
crazy,
a
but-
really that was like probably the most coherent thing either one of us has said about the show this entire podcast series. But yeah, I mean, totally. Like she was the creator of the stacks, like the stack technology.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she was totally the one
Right.
that I forget her name.
So it's
now.
envoys are just people that were in her clique.
So she taught people how to like hone the power of the stack and having this like alien
the
technology.
controlling the construct because
controlling the
because
construct,
what's her name
the-
did that. Ortega did that.
Right. So anybody can be an envoy.
Well, envoy again. I don't think
It's just a
that's
title, right?
If you yeah.
anybody can do that.
Can
Control
do
the
those
construct.
things,
Anybody
right.
can do those things. Like,
Right.
but that's part of being, like having this technology.
They're just
in you.
woke.
It's alien technology. Oh, one of the most interesting things was during the party at the end. When she's like, we have a fossil of an actual elder. And you
Right.
see that weird fucking crazy thing? I want to know more about that.
What's an elder?
The elders, and where they found, we found the whatever planet, and we found the elders, and then found the stack technology. They're the ones who like they went to a
Right.
different
So
planet
that's
and
I
found
wrote
the stack
down. I want to know
technology.
more about the elders.
Yes.
What are elders?
Right.
Yeah, I just
No,
have,
we don't know quite
I just
yet.
have elders.
But it looked like a
question
bird
mark.
kind of thing. And like what the lady said something was like, I wonder if this is where like they got the idea for angels.
Right.
Like where humanity or whatever it was got the idea that there was these
Because
angels.
it almost looked winged.
Because it had wings. It almost
Yeah.
had wings. So yeah, I'm curious about what that stuff. What that is.
There's absolutely a second season of this
Oh, yeah,
show.
okay,
I mean,
you're
I
right.
hope so. I hope it was popular because
I didn't hear
enjoyed it.
I mean, like I enjoyed it too. You know what I think it is the binge watching thing.
Yeah, it's
like
gone in a
everybody's
couple-
been done with this
Right.
shit for like a month now.
Right.
You know, over that, and we're still talking about it. But like, I don't know how to
wanna,
do that.
Do you
Like,
really
how
want to
do we
just do a
that?
podcast where we just talk about a show after it's done?
So we just binge watch it.
We binge watch the whole thing and then just discuss it.
I said we should probably try it that way because that might
be quicker.
People might be listening to it at that point. Like
Right.
if we just kind of binge watch it in the first
I still
couple
haven't
weeks.
finished
What is it like a
Stranger
two?
Things
What's it like a
season 2.
couple week window you give somebody before you can like just out and out blurt spoilers, which I don't do anyway. But like
Right.
I'm not gonna yell at somebody for 6 fucking weeks after the end of the show. Like, hey man, I didn't watch it yet. It's like, dude, it's like a month and a half. Like,
Right.
sorry, man. You know, like, but
Yes. Note to my wife: it is not cool to spoil The Sixth Sense 10 seconds before they tell you that he was dead the whole time. She did that in the theater. We were,
oh god.
nearly a deal breaker. Don't ever.
You almost didn't marry her. We almost broke up right there.
Whenever The Sixth Sense came out, don't fucking ever ruin The Sixth Sense for me.
That's amazing.
She leans over and goes, "You know he's been dead the whole time, right?" Like, God damn it! The fuck! Like, and then it was like the red door thing. You couldn't touch any door that wasn't red. I'm like, no, God. I was furious.
I bet you were. He's like not talking for the rest of the night. That's hilarious.
So, okay, a Ghost is fucking with Poe, and then Lizzie is gonna fuck Ghost up, and Ghost shoots Mickey through the stack. Poe recites poetry as he dies, as he fades away. Whatever.
Yeah.
It was definitely Edgar Allan Poe. I don't have to look it up to know that was the
it was-
shit he was saying for
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely. Yes, you don't have to look for. Yeah, you don't even have to look it up. Couldn't tell you what poem it was, but it was definitely
Right.
some Edgar Allan Poe.
Ghost-
But that guy, I don't know. Like he was probably one of my favorite characters. Was Poe.
Right.
And like I don't like. Do you feel like he's gone?
I mean,
I don't see. I don't feel like it's permanent with the AI. I think like somewhere he could be, like Lizzie, might be able to like go in there and find him or something somewhere.
However,
Next
this
season.
show could do something really fucking cool and have every season be totally different.
Oh yeah.
This show could ditch everybody except for Kovac and put Kovac in a different body, different sleeve, which is going to happen.
No, like I don't. Do you, like that's what I feel like. The second season, they might not even bring what's
White
his name
Kovac back.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That would be cool if they like went off world and went to, if he went looking for Kelcrest.
I want
and-
to see bigger, flashier. I want to see more special effects. I want to know more about this world. I do. I want. Yeah.
The
I'm
world
in.
is interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
We have to go outside of humanity to get to the alien technology and where that came from, and like eventually, right? They got to have a 5-year plan for something.
I think
like this.
that's what. Like, I mean, with that, like that much money poured into that first season, you would think so. But and the big, that was a big mention at the end.
I mean, we still
think
didn't
these are
learn
the
shit about
elders.
the trees.
No, I think that all has to do with the
But he
elders.
looked right at the Songspire tree
Yeah.
there and was walking towards it at the party.
Right.
I feel like he's going to use that to bring back Kelcrest's thing, the broken. No, we
She said
talked
she
about
backed
that.
her up.
We talked about the ones from the people that died. All the other
They used those
Envoys.
to piece together the Rawlings virus that Poe gave to the other AI.
Okay, that's what the use of those were. Excellent. Good to know.
Right.
Let's see. So Michael's ex, what's her name? Something with a P. I can't remember. God damn it. Prescott. Comes to see the sheriff, and she knows where Ortega is. Kovac wakes her up right then, and Ray makes him choose whose stack's going to get blown out. Why is she giving him a loaded gun, I thought at the moment? There's no fucking way. He could just kill her. And then he fucking shoots himself in the stack, essentially. But there was no bullet.
No
in
gun. He pulls the trigger though.
it. Yeah. He offers to stay rather than try to kill them.
That's because he was double sleeved
rather
at that
than- yeah.
point.
Right.
Like that was an option because he
Oh.
was double sleeved.
Gotcha.
Right.
I see.
So he would.
But she didn't
not
know he
live
was
on.
double sleeved?
See, like when you double sleeve though, that person, like
Only
even though
knows
they
your
have
memories,
only
yeah.
up the memories up to that point, and then they like become their own.
Right, their own
Person.
split off of that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's really cool concept too.
right,
That I would just think about. That's what happened with Demi. That's what Demi. And he was mad his brother was killed because after he double sleeved, they ran together for fucking years.
Oh, his brother. It
Right.
was him.
It was his double
I
sleeve.
genuinely didn't realize what that meant.
Yeah, it was his double sleeve.
Okay.
But like when that was the guy that got killed in episode 1.
Right. No, I remember that, but I
Yeah.
didn't realize when he said his brother. I thought he literally meant his brother. It was him.
It was his double sleeve,
Double-sleeved.
but they were brothers. They ran together. Like you said, up to that point, right after he was double sleeved, he became a different person.
Right.
He's another person.
Another
he might
copy
have
of
the
him,
same
yeah.
like tendencies, but he's not like a complete copy. He has his own memories and own actions and own
experiences,
decisions and
yeah.
own
Yep.
right actions at that point.
Okay, so Lizzie finds someone who just killed some whores and kills them. Oh, wait, no. How did she get
The
into
guy
there?
standing
Oh,
there?
she kills the guard that was trying to fuck her as a sleeve.
Yeah.
That same guy.
Well,
that
she
was
like
the-
she gets doesn't she go through the computer, right? She goes through like the array
Right.
and gets into the synth, and that's like a robot body. That's why she's so badass.
Okay, gotcha.
Right.
Ray admits to killing her. Well, whatever. I don't know who the fuck she admits to killing then. Lizzie fucks everyone up, and Ortega tries to rescue Kovac, and Lizzie's still trying to kill the ship, and does.
Yeah.
And Kovac fights his sister, and they both stab each other, like, through the bodies.
Yeah.
And Ortega versus Ghost, and she fucks him up and takes his weapon and rips out his stack. as
Yeah,
the
I
police
mean,
show
like
up.
they did they did the normal like movie thing where the good guy's losing the fight. You know, they showed like it's going on like they keep switching back and forth.
Right.
You know, and
Oh,
like
yeah, back
you know
and forth
he's
between the two
losing and they're
fights.
stabbing each other, and then it goes back and she's getting slammed on the ground and Ghost is kicking her.
Yeah.
and then.
somehow they
she grabs
reverse
the
it,
leg,
yeah.
his leg just fucking snaps his
Oh,
fucking
God, that
leg
was
in
fucked
half.
up.
That was it. Done. You ain't
Yeah.
fighting no more.
Why didn't
Anybody
she
after
think of that before? Catch any punch he throws at you,
Right,
and rip
just
his arm
crush
off.
his fucking hand
Yeah.
into fucking dust
Yeah.
with that robot
It's
shit.
genius. I love the
Right.
robot.
I
arm.
wanted see me too,
See, but
but
we're not going to get that next season then if Ortega's not in it.
I see. I think you bring her back. I think she. You know what? She feels like one of those fan favorites.
She's going to be somebody that it's not going to be the same for her with Riker, and they're going to break up.
Well, right.
And-
So maybe then he won't even be around. Like that body won't even be around in the show.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
You mean like the actor?
I bet you he'd be there to show them not getting along and break up, maybe.
Like
but
he's like a movie star, isn't he?
he did The Killing. That show was so boring.
But he was also in Suicide Squad.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't recognize him for anything but The Killing, and I remember falling asleep to that show many
Whatever,
times.
man. I don't. I mean, like
He was
if he
good.
comes back.
I
he
genuinely liked him in this
he
show.
was good. Yeah.
I thought,
and dude,
oh,
like
it's
it's
him,
tricky to play like you're Kovac, and like all the other actors had to play Kovac. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
there was like 3 or 4 other guys that played the same character, and I think they all did a pretty good job
Right.
of like
The
keeping
only
the
one
same
we
like.
rarely saw was the second Kovac. Second Asian Kovac. We only saw him a little bit. There were
second-
3 Kovacs. There was
Right. You're talking about the dude with the that we saw
shorter hair.
in the first hotel scene.
I don't remember.
That was like the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
time, that
Yeah.
we met him. Right, was that like that he was like that wasn't original Kovac. Like the original Kovac was the one
Right.
we saw, the original body all scarred up
Okay.
and
Right.
yeah,
We find out Ray backed up Kelcrest, and he kills her and decides to go down with the ship. And then Kelcrest tells him a story as the ship crashes into the water. And Kovac's stack was recovered, and now there are 2 Kovacs, and only one gets a pardon.
right.
So they talk about the look on her face when he killed her, and one of them said it was almost relief on her face,
Right.
and they
Well,
have
I mean,
to
living so long, like
right. They have to decide who's going to die, which of them is going to live on, and so they rock paper scissors for it. And our Kovac lives,
I have no idea if we even know.
but he said, "I'm the one you said goodbye to."
Okay,
But was that before they? Oh shit! That could be before.
right. So like, how do
before
we
he
know
cloned
which one?
himself, right?
How do we know even which one went
No,
up?
they said, didn't they say goodbye on the yeah, he said goodbye to her on the ship when it was going down. So it was him.
Right.
It was our Kovac, you know, our
The main
white
Kovac,
Kovac.
right.
Main,
Our white
main
Kovac.
Kovac.
Right.
I put it's real white Kovac.
Real white?
That gets to live. Then we see the elders, and like I said, that like you said, that's fucking one of the cooler things. That's like
The fossil.
the
of
mythology of the show
That's
that I
the
want to know.
mythology. Yeah, me too. Me too.
Bancroft is outed by Ortega, and 653 allows Spinning Up, recoded, to testify. Prescott didn't kill him. Kovac tells him he's going
Right.
down, and Bancroft believed he had a conscience or a line that he wouldn't cross because when he tells him what he did.
Right.
And the police are there, and he leaves everything to the teenage kid.
I mean, like, even like, okay, so like, he didn't remember doing that because he blew his brains out, so he didn't remember that.
Right.
Okay. He still went that far, but like the way he handled that, kind of at the end, was like, I'm responsible.
Yeah,
for
no,
my
sorry
crimes.
about
Like-
that. Yeah, I
like,
did that.
He did
Yeah.
like he was like, I didn't think I would go that far, but I did. So take me. Like he didn't like bitch out at the
Right.
end and like try to grab somebody's gun and get killed.
Right.
You know, he was like,
Oh no, good point.
I'm here. You know, I did
So
it.
maybe he wasn't a. I mean, he was a bad dude because of the terrible shit he was
Yeah,
doing.
but that was
still.
almost on drugs. He was drugged. He was drugged with the stallion, which is the super fucking aggressive, fucking.
Oh,
like, he was
that's
drugged. That's why he murdered that girl.
Gotcha. That was all
So
part
like
of the plan.
but it was still, he still took responsibility for it though.
Damn, your
Like
chair's squeaky.
I know it is. I don't know why. But he did. He
This
did.
is
Like
so-
I mean, like I'm gonna give him credit for that, even though he did some horrible shit. He
Right.
wasn't that great of a dude, right?
Right.
Like who knows what other horrible shit he did to get
Right.
to the top of that tower? But he stood up. He was just like, all right, because you know why? He knows he'll come back. Put me on ice for 250 years.
Right.
I'll be back.
Eventually, yeah,
Right.
he'll work his way back
And
up.
hopefully my son will be alive, and I'll be able to, you know.
He leaves
come right back
everything
into
to that
family.
teenage kid that
Yeah.
he was fucking with the whole time.
Right.
Kovac says they're not done here and brings Lizzie in, and she says she remembers getting pregnant. She came to tell Bancroft and was kicked by his wife
Right.
in the stomach
That
repeatedly.
I thought was one of the best reveals of the whole series, the
Yeah.
whole season.
Right.
Was that? I was like, oh
Yeah, that was
wow,
cool.
I didn't see that coming. That she murdered their daughter.
Right, and she
Right.
drugged Bancroft.
Right.
And he like says in a real touching moment, like, we ruined each other.
Yeah. We've ruined each other, haven't we?
Yeah.
And then
I want to know more about the tree. They showed the tree right
Yeah.
after that. And Ava Elliott got her body back. And 653 passed. He cleared Riker via that. And all he knows is that Kelcrest is still alive. And him and Ortega are just like, okay, see ya.
well,
I mean, it was a little, I don't know.
I think she was getting. I think the attraction to him was always
her boyfriend's
the
body.
boyfriend's body.
But she hated him at first.
Yeah,
That's how
because she
it
hated him
works,
because
though.
she had. I mean, like, okay,
She
think
hated him
about that.
because she had
Think about
feelings for him?
If somebody like somebody
Jen,
else had
but
your
yeah.
wife's body,
Right. So it's like,
Like-
you'd still
What
still
the
want to do
fuck?
it, but it's like somebody else. And you'd
it's somebody else.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
Okay,
You'd
fine.
still wanna do it, but
It's somebody else, but it's weird. I feel like that describes the show. We'll end there for this season of Altered Carbon. Hopefully, we'll be back next year with more Altered Carbon with Joel and Jeremy. Check out all the Jay and Jack shows. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. jayandjack.com/network for all of their network of shows. Go to their patreon.com/Patreon, and then also I believe .com/iTunes for all of the other shows on iTunes. And like I said, until next year, you think we should re-sleeve before we come back? Or?
Right. We'll be back in different bodies.
This is how to watch TV.
Sleeve it all.
Leave you.
All these memories in my mind, my mind, my mind, my mind, my mind, my mind. I'm still a secret lemonade drinker.